Chevrolet just unveiled the 2024 Equinox EV, and 3 is the magic number with this all-electric compact utility vehicle.
When it's 3, you can see it's a magic number.
The Equinox EV is the latest product in the Bowtie brand's salvo of battery-powered cars and trucks, which also includes the Blazer EV utility vehicle and Silverado EV pick-em-up truck, which you can see off on the screen right here. As for the electric Equinox, think 3, because GM is targeting a maximum range of 300 miles and a base price of just around $30,000, which is practically value menu pricing in 2022. Maybe you haven't noticed, but it's expensive these days. Simple and clean, the Equinox EV won't win any awards for over-the-top design, and that's A-OK. 19-inch wheels are standard, but depending on trim, you can get 20s or even 21s. A hands-free power liftgate and two-tone paint jobs are on the menu as well. Overall, this Chevy resembles any other SUV, which should help trepidatious drivers of conventionally powered vehicles transition over to an EV. Now, in news that will surprise absolutely no one, the 2024 Equinox EV is built on GM's nearly ubiquitous Ultium platform, which should provide a solid foundation and decent charging speeds. The Chevy will come standard with front-wheel drive, which is good for a GM estimated 210 horsepower and 242 pound-feet of torque. Naturally, all-wheel drive is available, which should deliver a good bit more oomph, about 290 horses and 346 pounds of twist. 5 trim levels will be offered. Range is estimated at 250 miles for the base model and 280 for versions with 4-corner traction. An optional front-drive powertrain will provide an estimated 300 miles between charges. I suspect this version will have a slightly larger battery pack, but GM has not shared any specifics at this time. No matter the model, the Equinox EV will DC fast charge at up to 150 kilowatts, which is table stakes in 2022, but hardly competitive with Hyundai Motors eGMP vehicles, which max out at a thundering 235. Still, 150 in the Equinox is enough for this EV to absorb 70 miles of range in just 10 minutes. As for level 2 charging, the vehicle can take in juice at up to 11.5 kilowatts, which should add about 34 miles to the battery per hour. Even faster 19.2 kilowatt level 2 charging will be available on the 3RS all-wheel drive model, which is expected to get you 51 miles of range per hour. Matching its exterior, the Chevy's cabin looks as wholesome as a loaf of multi-grain bread, and it should be highly functional too. There's room for 5 people, and the Equinox EV offers 57 cubic feet of maximum cargo space. An available 17.7-inch infotainment screen is sure to grab your attention, but this Chevy's most important optional feature is Super Cruise, GM's hands-free driving aid that works on approved sections of highway. An industry-leading technology, it is great to see the automaker popularize this groundbreaking innovation by putting it in more affordable products. Beyond that, a head-up display and an ever-useful rear camera mirror are offered too. Of course, there are plenty of standard safety features, amenities like lane keeping assist, automatic high beams, rear parking sensors, reverse automatic braking, and much, much more stuff I ain't gonna list because I don't care. The 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV is expected to be the most affordable electric vehicle in its segment when it goes on sale, which unfortunately won't be soon. This thing isn't scheduled to arrive at dealerships until the fall of 2023, so about a year from now. It may be a compact SUV, but with up to 300 miles of range and a base price of just 30 grand, the Equinox EV sounds like a pretty big deal. Additionally, this vehicle is going to be assembled in Ramos Arizpe, Mexico, and that is something I will happily drink to. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the EV Pulse YouTube channel because every little bit helps. Cheers. Ah, that's good. More vehicles should be built in Mexico.